Hi, welcome to my tube. Hey you, how are you today? Welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I'm a Hilka Wise clown. I'm just a clown. Mostly I like clown around. Mostly I think everything is just, I just want everyone to have a good time. I just know that that is not the case. Life ain't all love and light, y'all. Anyway, it's just a little frame of reference, little definition, preamble, little what to do about me. I collect data. I collect astrological data, Western, Vedic. It's you can never know everything about anything. You just can't. Not even yourself. Because we always change and we're always growing and evolving. That's what our humanness is supposed to do, guided by our spiritual compass. I like this guy, Rick. Just R-I-K, Rick. He ain't all, things aren't all good. I mean, terrible things. It does. I mean, just know what other, regardless of the why of a situation, it doesn't matter. Look at your current situation. Like, now is the time. It's like our whole lives, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you're 5, 12, I'm 44, about to be, or next year I'll be, in a few months I'll be 45. And I still feel like a little kid. Yeah. I can be immature, but everybody can. See, it's just the denying of that, of who you are. And that's what's happened is people have denied who they have been for so long. And now with the astrology, they can't do it anymore. And the consequences and karma, well, it's happening. I mean, and tech is like divine and technology, because we are frequency. The truth always comes out. Just know that. Just knowing the truth always comes out has kept me from being a liar. Not to say that I haven't lied in my life, because that would be a lie. But every day, I try not to. I ain't 100%, but there ain't no such thing as a perfect circle, y'all. Anyway, so all the data we've collected right now, up until now, we have to learn that we put our compass together, our magnetic field, and now we are being guided to our divine path and course, as we always are, but now it's extra. Now it's just so much more, because people have had free will for so long and they used it for greed, and that tower is falling. That greed cannot succeed, because there's no love there. There is no love in greed, so it cannot succeed. You can't have it. Just I wish people could see it how I could see it. Anyway, so with the there's just so much bullshit right now. There's just so much bullshit right now. If you get one little red bullshit flag, just walk away. There's a lot of people are going within right now, like me. I just don't even want to bother. Plus, it's freaking rainy, and there ain't nothing out there. I want to be out in nature, and there ain't no nature in my close proximity like that. Anyway, it's not happening now. I'm staying close to home right now. And, the world is an ugly place, and that's the only thing that we don't know why the climate is changing. The climate is changing, so we are needing to adapt. And Rick reaffirmed that in his astrology report this morning. You know why I like the little guys? And he'll probably be big one day. When people get too big, they're too important to me. You got too many things. Important people don't talk to me, because they're also important. They just never really have, They just, they'll give me the time of day, but they don't sit and they don't talk to me, because they're also important. And I never fit into the big mainstream anyway. I never liked this stuff. Look at this. How can I? How's anybody going to take me serious with that? I'm a clown. I've been a clown. I can't even stop it. It's a cowlick. I mean, I can try, but it always finds its way back. I just go with it. I just adapt, and that is what we're supposed to learn to do, is just adapt. Adapt. So we know freaking, the government is a gaslighter, and well, I think that is the biggest conspiracy of it all, is the fact that they, since 1776, said that they've been put into place to, look out for us little guys, but we all know it's little guys that they're eating us to make them fat. Yeah, so that whole crazy, stupid paradigm is falling away, and that's cool. But meanwhile, freaking brilliant readers like Rick, guys that are really gifted, and they're real. They're real. They're not way up here, and they don't have all this flashy stuff and this camera setup and this software, and his utilities got cut out too, because he's a real person, and that stuff happens to real people. And no, we didn't manifest. I mean, it's like, there are other things that are in play. That's why I haven't had a freaking hot shower since June. It's just easier to say that. Soon I'll be able to say since last year, because nobody fucking cares. It's the city's fault, dude. I have the documentation to prove. Nobody cares. But what is today? Giving Tuesday, right? It's just all commercial bullshit. I just don't trust things that are so big. Because as bright as you are, I know that there is the darkness in there. You're just hiding it. Anyway, what else? The climate is changing and we need to adapt, so maybe, I don't know. I know that with all the technology that there exists, there has to be fabricated materials, possibly that could be made from hemp because it's so readily available, to make building supplies that are fire resistant. More fire resistant. I know the rich people have access to how about the rest of us? How about fire retardant tents, materials for tents, stuff like that. Little safe places here and there that people can run off to. Since the government's not going to freaking clear that shit out in a proper way, so now we just have to work around them because they make up their own shit anyway. They'll probably come up with rules and how it's illegal, like they do in Oregon. This freaking state that rains 7 months out of the year made it illegal to collect rainwater. Really? Kind of seems counterproductive. But you're like all eco environmental ninja bullshit, right? Oregon? Can't wait to move from this stupid state. People ruined it. Greedy people ruined the state of Oregon. Dude, I wanted to live here since I was 15, and I've lived here for 2 years, and it's painful how much I want to go because of the bureaucracy that has ruined this state. That could have been really great, but, people are greedy, and they're in charge. Anyway, what else? Breached whales. That's how I know the poles are shifting. I don't care about any scientific report. Most of those are freaking bullshit and wrong anyway. Your scientific data based on what? Your limited scope? I don't even trust science that don't even acknowledge spirituality. I don't even trust them. Because then, if you don't acknowledge that, you are all ego, and your data, scientific facts, are when it comes from your ego, might as well come from your butt. 145 whales. That's what, because whales find their food from sonar, from their frequency. So when they go to a place that they once were to eat, based on their sonar, and they end up on a beach, it's because shit's different, y'all. Birds are the same way. They do the same thing. People, I've lived in nature my whole entire life. I've had to adapt to civilization. Is that what they call it? Civilization? Gas tear gassing kids and shit and all this. I know that there's something bigger going on. But the astrology says so. The astrology says so. See, that's the thing is as above, so below. The astrology, everything. If you listen to Rick's report, it's like I don't know. If you listen to an someone that you resonate with, it doesn't matter how many freaking someone you resonate with, and you watch and you listen to their astrology report, you will see that everything that they say is playing out in the individual based on where your planetary alignments are in your own chart. Go to any calculator, birth chart calculator, read all about yourself, because there's so many people don't even know about themselves. They don't know why they act the way they act. Huh. Well, why don't you find out? So, and because of that external change that people are having in themselves, they're taking that to work and they're acting out. That's why there's conflicts in freaking the Ukraine and between the Ukraine and Russia, is because a bunch of guys swinging their wieners around. That's all it is. It's all ego, dude. That's all wars are, is ego. Dance, puppet dance. It's just there's a large group of people that have taken control and told the rest of the world what is best for them based on their ego and bullshit. And it's all coming down. The takeaway from my message today is don't believe anything unless you see it. And if you see it and still don't believe it, do an inventory, because look for wires and strings, y'all. Because people are definitely coming out to who they truly are. And people can be evil. Make no doubt about it. Sometimes they can even be related to you. But that's on them, not you. Detach from that. Go towards the people that you are. That's why I'm always like commenting on people's, on Instagram and stuff like that. Like Minnie Driver, some of them just like every comment that you make, and that's really cool too. But when they take the time to acknowledge you, because I'm watching Speechless, right? I just finished Speechless, and she's on it. She liked my comment. And I've been a fan of her since freaking Good Will Hunting. So, just discernment right now, folks. And maybe try and do something opposite that you'd ordinarily do. Like, if you feel like you need retail therapy and you got to go out and spend money right now, don't resist. Practice that resistance. Practice that resistance. Anyway, I think that's all I got for today. I hope you all have a rad day. Peace.